Hey Siri, shut up. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about how to survive the night shift as the digital nomad. Now if you're like me, you're probably working till 2, 3 a.m. So yeah, I'm going to give you some tips that will hopefully save your life in the long term and also make your digital nomading way more enjoyable. Let's go ahead and dive into tip number 1. Okay, so it is 11:40 a.m. and that usually means that I went to bed at 3 or 4 a.m. earlier today. The important thing to remember is that the waking up time doesn't really matter for you. You have to sleep your 7 to 8 hours, even if you go to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. because you need energy and you need your body to recover. So a lot of nomads make the mistake of just waking up early because they want to catch those early hours in the morning or go to the beach or whatever. But guys, recovery is extremely important and there's just no way to get around your sleep. So if you're working late like I am, just make sure to sleep your 7 to 8 hours. Now, how to have energy throughout the day and how to have an effective work day, that's what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so second tip of the day is to actually save your energy at the start of the day. That means saving your focus and your willpower until you really get to start working. So for me, in this example, I have to work at around 5 p.m. So that means I have 6 hours to actually chill and do whatever I have to do to get in the correct mind space to start working. I don't want to be just doing complex problem solving or doing other stuff that will make my work later harder. So as soon as you wake up, go take a chill pill, go do some grocery shopping, pick up your stuff. I don't know, as long as it doesn't waste your mental energy, you're good. Okay, so let's talk about your breakfast and pretty much all food that you will eat throughout the day. So when working the night shift, you might get tempted to eat late in the day, right? Like I was eating at 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. sometimes just because I got hungry. But this really hinders your sleep quality because all of your food has to be digested and that may take a while. Trust me guys, my stomach was a total nightmare when I got to bed. I just had pain all the time. I woke up with pain and just eating at night before bed is a horrible idea. Instead, what you want to do is follow some kind of eating regimen. In my case, I have adopted intermittent fasting for the last 6 years pretty much. And basically what that means is that you will eat during a window of hours. In my case, in 6 hours. So I start eating at 4 p.m. all the way till 10 p.m. And that's the only time I can consume anything with calories. Since I started with intermittent fasting, my life has changed dramatically. Recovering from workouts, it's much easier because inflammation decreases a lot more than just if you were eating breakfast and then dinner, within a period of 12 hours. So that whole game changes. And also your digestion, as I already said, it's amazing when you're just eating in 6 hours or 4 hours for some people. You just feel way better when you wake up and when you go to bed as well. So it doesn't matter if you're going to work all the way till 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You just have to set a time for you to stop eating and just drink water all the way through. This is probably one of the things with the biggest impact that I've done to change my life for the better. Okay, so let's talk about coffee, which is pretty much any nomad's best friend. The thing about coffee is that it can really alter your sleep. And just like with intermittent fasting, we want to make sure that we're using coffee tactically throughout the day. For me, that usually means that I drink coffee at least 6 hours before sleep. So I usually take my coffee around 9 p.m. at the latest, and then I go to bed at 3 or 4 a.m. This works for me because I noticed that when I drink it past 11, then my sleep is really disrupted by coffee. So again, you don't want to take coffee as soon as you wake up. If you're waking up like me at 11 or 11:30 a.m., definitely that's not the time. You want to use coffee so that it helps you be more productive at work and efficient overall. But you also don't want to take it so late that it hinders your sleep quality. So I encourage you to take your coffee at different times of the day when you feel like you really need it, but when it's not too late to actually hinder your sleep, and then just experiment a while and see what works for you. Alright, so can you guys guess what the next tip is? Is it on my face? Yeah, you're totally right. Just last week, I made a video on the importance of using blue light blocking glasses as Nomads. And this is in general. It doesn't matter if it's day or night, just using regular glasses that can block some of the blue light will help your eyes stay relaxed and also prevent them from getting strained by all the work that you're doing on your computers throughout the day. This is especially true at nights when we have less ambient light and the computer is pretty much the only light source that you have. So whether you're using an iPad or a regular PC, a Mac, whatever it is, do yourself a favor, guys. Get yourself some glasses that can help you block 40 to 60% of that blue light, and your eyes will help you in the long term, as well as your eyesight health, which will probably stay the same and hopefully healthy for a longer time. Let's continue with some more hardcore nomad tips. Now, if you work a lot at nights, you're going to have to pay attention to not only the light that comes from your computer, but also the light that you have in your environment. This is because something that we call the circadian rhythm. Essentially, our bodies are used to seeing white or cold light when we wake up, and then later, as the day progresses, when the sun goes down, we're used to seeing warmer light, which signifies that the day is going to end. Obviously, if you're working at night, then you don't have options, and you have to figure out how to adapt your environment to that situation. Now, the best way I can think about it is to travel with your own lights, and then you can pretty much pick and choose the temperature of the light at any given moment. For example, throughout the day until 10 p.m., 9 p.m., I'm using really cold light. Basically trying to tell my body that, hey, we're still in daytime, I need you to be focused, I need you to be active. Now, as the night progresses, I will change my lights that are usually small like this ones, but I have a couple of them, and I will change them towards a more warmer color, trying to signify also to my body that, hey, the day is about to end, let's get into a more relaxed sleeping mode. So, just to show you what I mean with that, here's one of the lights I travel with. This is the small one, and then I have another one that is a little bit bigger than I'm using to shoot this video, but it's essentially the same kind of size and package. And you can see it right here. This is a 40-watt light. And the cool thing about these lights is that they have some sliders here to control the temperature as well as the output power, right? So let's go ahead and show you kind of how this looks in practice. So if I turn this light on right now, it will have a really white temperature. You can see that changed, and I hope the video is not correcting it. But usually this is how I would have this light set up throughout the day and until night. Now, right now it's using about 20% power, and you can see that it's pretty powerful, right? If I point it towards me, yep, kind of blinds me. But you can also change the temperature using the sliders on top. So let's change this temperature towards a more warmer tone. And now you can see kind of what's happening. The light is way more yellow, and this is usually the light that I will use before going to bed. So all the way till 3 or 4 a.m. when I'm working, I change all my lights to be warm. So that again tells my body, hey Fernando, we're about to go to sleep, relax. Now I know this may be overkill for a lot of people, but if you're really working at nights and if you know that the place where you're going doesn't have a light that you can adjust and tweak with its intensity, then it's pretty much a good investment to just get a couple of lights. Now, I gotta tell you that all the hotel rooms that I've visited, mostly around Asia and even Europe, they don't have lights that you can adjust, so it's really a good investment for me. And I just consider that if you're really a nomad, seriously, you're gonna be traveling and working at nights, then using lights to really signify your body what you want, then it's really one of the best decisions that you can take, and it will pay off in the long term. Now, this warm light is getting me a little tired. I think it's time to go to bed. But before we do that, let's talk about the final tip. Even if it's simple, not a lot of people use this accessory, and I think you totally should if you're working the night shift. If you plan to sleep your 7 to 8 hours, then you're definitely gonna run into the problem of sunlight creeping into your room. Most hotels, most places I've visited as a nomad, of course I'm not paying a lot, but most places don't have blackout curtains to prevent the light from coming in. So, simple solution, the mask. Now, you guys should definitely use a good sleep mask if you're going to bed at late hours in the day. Now, this one right here is from Ostrichpillow, and it ran me about $60, but I've been using it for a lot of time now, and it's super comfortable. You don't get any light creeping into your eyes with this kind of eye masks. And yeah, guys, I could definitely say a lot of good things about it. It's super comfortable. You don't notice that you're wearing it as long as you're not sleeping with your face down. But yeah, it's an incredible investment, again, just so you can have a deep sleep and signify your body that you're at night, which is the whole point of using the warm lights and doing this whole thing that we've been talking about during this video. You kind of have to tweak and change things to really trick your body in a lot of instances and change our natural rhythms, our natural circadian rhythm. Yeah, I can't really pronounce that word. I've tried a bunch of times. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. In the comments below, you'll find some of my favorite brands that I've mentioned across this video for the lights, also for the sleeping mask, and I don't know what else. If I said anything else, it'll be down in the comments. If you're here, if you got some value out of this video, please subscribe. They'll help me out a ton. I love creating these videos, and I just hope to make more of them. If you don't know what this channel is all about, I'm Fernando. I'm a marketer. I'm a digital nomad traveling the world for the last 5 years, and I would say having a lot of fun while doing so. I'll see you guys later in the next video, and cheers!